Does anyone remember that? The time when swing was big back when we were kids, if you're my age. That's so cool. Like we were trying to bring the 40s back. We kind of did just for a time, but it didn't hold on as long as I would nearly as long as I would love. That's beside the point. Welcome back to my channel. I think I'm adding an extra amount of bubbliness because I know INTJs somehow, I think, like a moth to a flame, love an ENFP type personality, or maybe it's a huge turnout, who knows. Because I want to talk about INTJs. So, I have a couple things on the docket. I have a painting of Spock that I did. I have a poem that I wrote. And I have a couple quotes from a very, why is the camera doing this? Help me, INTJs. From an ex-boyfriend / very dear friend of mine who is an INTJ. So I have some experience, not a lot with INTJs, but at least in that romantic sense, yeah, there you have it. So, I didn't plan this. I wanted to improvise because I'm an improviser. Not that I'm good at it, but that I want to try and do that. He tells me I should probably have things more organized and not get off on tangents. That sounds very INTJ-ish. So, first things first, INTJs. I think you guys are fascinating. I don't know enough of you. I would love to hear from you and get your insights. I think your minds are fascinating and brilliant. You are some of, I hesitate to say this because I know Dave and Shan from Objective Personality said that intelligence hasn't really been, they weren't able to track it to certain personality types. But I think, being biased, that you guys are some of the most intelligent people on planet Earth, and you contribute some really wonderful things. So thank you for being you, keeping you. I am wearing my Star Trek shirt because I freaking love that show. The original. I haven't explored the others yet, so please, I wish I could engage in deep conversation about Star Trek, but I need to get caught up. I just know this is something my Nana watched as a child, so when I watch it now, there's just something about it that, it feels like home to me. It feels wonderful. So, in that vein, I painted a picture of Spock. That, if someone wants to give it a loving home, feel free. I'm not married to it. I found a picture of Spock with a cat, and I thought I'd recreate it cartoon style. So here it is, Spock with cat. I am bringing Spock into my INTJ conversation because I think he is an INTJ, and those of you that are an INTJ can tell me if I am inaccurate or highly illogical. I think he prizes intelligence and logic. I think he has that NI or introverted intuition mystique. I know sometimes he is classified as an ISTJ, but maybe it's because he's a Vulcan. He's a little alien and different, and to me, intuition has that sort of otherworldly quality to it that Spock embodies to me. I think Kirk is probably a sensor. So that to me would be a nice balance of the introverted, intuitive thinker, paired with almost like a complete opposite, an extroverted sensing feeling type. I haven't really thought about typing Kirk too much, so I don't want to go into that too deeply, although I should. I don't know why I haven't. I think I'm nervous. I think I'm afraid Dave Superpowers is going to watch this and say I'm wrong. Not that he would be mean about it by any means. Him and Shan are wonderful humans, I can just tell. But that I feel bad if I mistype somebody. So I apologize, Spock, if I'm wrong about you as well. Yeah. So I did this, and it's supposed to be paired with your little Star Trek regalia. I put them on either side, but you could do whatever if you do want this painting, or you could take these or leave these. You could put them wherever. So yeah, Spock, possible INTJ, possible ISTJ, but I think an INTJ. Next we have, I think I'm going to say the quotes from my ex-boyfriend, lover, who we're still very close. He said, "It is okay to be blunt." He said, and you realize that not everyone appreciates this. I think this comes back to INTJs having extroverted feeling in a lower placement in their function stack. Those of us that have extroverted feeling higher up, we see what's happening. It's like, oh, that's gonna upset somebody, or that didn't come across very nicely, or maybe the tone could be changed or something. But the beauty of this is that I think as you guys grow older, you start to realize the importance of social decorum, which goes along with my next point. He said, "It's important to learn or recognize when tact is important in a situation." Yeah, that goes right along with extroverted feeling. And again, here's another one. I think he's working on his shadow side, which is what you would see in a more mature, older INTJ, which is wonderful. He said, "Though fitting into social norms seems inefficient," I know with your extroverted thinking you love efficiency, "sometimes it's more efficient to pretend in order to get what needs to be done." He's like, it's not manipulative, it's just, you figure out that that's the quicker way to meet your goal. And focus. There we go. Ha. Expecto focuso. I think some words I would use with INTJs, of course, are intelligent, and then efficient. Mastermind. You guys are the masterminds. I think you could pretty much do or get or be whatever you wanted as long as you applied yourself. But I think sometimes you hold yourselves back because of the introversion, and because maybe growing up your ideas weren't as accepted as others. Especially being an intuitive, you're usually the black sheep or the odd man out, or the weird one. I understand. I think you are innovative and creative and interesting. And I say all these things because I think sometimes we have our personality type and we think, oh my gosh, I'm this. I can't do these things very well, like socialize. But you have other things you can do very well. And of course you're working on that other piece. And just, surround yourself with some extroverted feeling types, or some that maybe have it higher on their function stack, and watch what they do. It's interesting to me that, because for me, I really do, I prize making sure other people are comfortable, and that everything is in harmony. And it's funny when I'm with someone that has more FI, it's like, I guess my strengths and their weaknesses, what am I trying to say? I wish I had stronger FI, and I think that's what I'm working on, but I see that person's typically working on their FE. That's great. That's the whole point, is to be working on those things that we consider deficits or weaknesses. It's perfectly fine. So I hope, I think I'm gonna leave you with the poem I wrote, but I feel like I have so much more to say. So I think this is gonna be an intro video. I think I might, maybe in the future, potentially interview an INTJ. If I can get him in front of a screen or behind a camera. I think that's a challenge sometimes with my lovely, lovely introverts. I love you guys so much, but yeah, I know it took me a long time to put myself out there, so I know it's going to take a while to get my INTJ out there. So, a poem I have for you guys, if you don't mind, I'm going to read it from my screen. It's on my Google Docs. It's called A Push Towards Greatness. Oh man, I forgot to wear a choker today. I've been so into chokers lately. I think it would look good with this outfit. Oh well, maybe next time. A push towards greatness. If you are who you say you are, who I think you are, Mr. INTJ, Mr. Mastermind, Mr. Introverted Intuition, logic folded into mystical madness, why don't you live up to your reputation? Safely hidden behind screens, or world-dominating genius. Pick one, your path is clear. Lenin, Lewis, Zuckerberg, on and on. You find yourself in great company. Find yourself there too. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Stay weird, my friends.